Alrighty, folks. Perhaps one of the most important questions in the Ask a Millionaire series is, what do you teach your kids, or how do you talk to your kids about money? This question is specifically interesting for the three of us because some of us, or one of us, has young kids, and two of us have adult children. So
Mhm.
it'll be interesting to debate this around the horn. Why don't we go to Dion first? You have some adult children. What did you tell them about money before, and has it changed now that they're adults?
It's a little sad that I'm going first. I kind of wanted to go after Matt so I could have a contrarian view because that might happen. Here's
Yeah,
what I taught my kids about money: as little as possible.
come on.
Because I ran a martial arts studio, and if I had taken my kids and said, "Okay, here's the three arts you're going to study," and I'm belted in three different arts. I want you to understand the differences, understand point sparring, all these things that you have to learn. They would have rebelled by not being physical. So by not bringing my kids into martial arts, my son was in wrestling, my daughters were in gymnastics, my son's into rock climbing and hockey, and my daughters do crazy horse things. But what you force on your kids, they rebel against. Here, and I'll wrap it up with this. Why are there so many jokes about wanting to date the preacher's daughter? What do you think the preacher tries to teach the daughter? And how does she rebel?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes, I did not try to force finances on my kids or think of what's the best book to give them at the right age. I am trying to live the life that they look at and go, how do I do that? So they can express their own interest.
Well, let me push back on that a little bit because I know your story. One point, you go from living on a lake, single family home, and the family makes a decision to live in an apartment so you can get rental income. Now, was that talk just, hey, you could go to a new school and be the new person? Or did you actually say, hey, we're going to do this because it'll be better long term? How did that conversation go?
I use the puppy dog theory.
And
Are you not familiar with puppy dog theory?
I am, but the audience may
Okay,
not be.
there you go. So if I went to my kids and I say, hey, we're going to make a bunch of sacrifices for a bunch of years so that I can have a better retirement, and you might inherit millions. That's a long life commitment. You don't go to a kid and go, hey, here's a dog. You need to feed it, walk it, train it, care for it, put it down when it's time. This is your lifelong commitment for this animal. They're not going to want the dog. If you go, hey, here's a puppy, I'm going to play with it, see if we like it. So I went to my kids. I knew the long-term plan was get into an apartment so I can get my house rented out, get rental income on my tax returns for 2 years so I can qualify for a mortgage. My kids, it was, would you like to live in an apartment complex, to my son, where there's a bunch of teenage girls?
Mm.
To my daughter, would you like to live in a new town so you could be the new girl? Because the new girl was the big show at the time.
Mm.
So presenting to the kids what would matter to them to get my means without manipulating them, but saying, here's how it benefits you. The puppy dog theory. Let's try it out and see what you think. It's not forever. We still own the house. I'm just renting it out to somebody for now. So no, I still haven't gone to my kids, and I don't know unless they watch some of my content that I've gone to my kids and say, did you understand why we moved into an apartment?
Mm.
Like what that did for us?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they come to me with questions because my son does watch my shorts. He's got the attention span of a gnat. So he'll watch the 60-second or less videos and he'll ask the right questions because I could tell he's watched some of that content. But if I brought it to him and I said, hey, here's a topic I'd like to talk about, it would be blinders on.
Mm. All right. Now for the complete opposite view. The children are a little bit younger, and someone who is, really already trying to drive the entrepreneurial gene in his children. Matt, how do you talk to your kids about money?
Experientially. It has to be experientially. I mean, they're too young,
Right.
so, but Sam understands the concepts, the general concepts of business, cash flow. He understands that in order to get that cash flow, that we have to treat our tenants right and do the right thing and take care of our buildings. So it's teaching him responsibility with the owning the buildings. It's teaching him responsibility to others because they depend on us. And then it's also teaching them that, yeah, for that we get paid to do that. So all of the kids have been on projects. My son is really funny. I said, listen, the way that you need to introduce yourself to everybody is you need to say, hi, my name is Sam. What is your name? And so when I take him to a job site, it can be a half an hour, just him doing his introductions. But I want to see that because I want him engaging with people. I said, remember, everybody could use another friend, and so teaching him just those general concepts of how to work with people, how to treat money. And we tell him too, we're just like, hey, listen, money's just a thing. Money's just a thing, but it is the way that we transact essentially. And so it's just Dion's exactly right from the perspective that it's trying to find what they're into and making it relevant to them, just like it always is. It's alignment, like sales, just alignment.
Yeah.
You know,
I love all of that one.
Presence is important, but alignment of value is the other piece.
Yeah, it's really interesting. If I look back at my scenario with kind of Teresa growing up, I, you know, really kind of been on both sides of this. Well, one of the things that's kind of different is I remember specifically some of the funnest times we had was playing Monopoly, and then kind of trying to relate the game of Monopoly to what, you know, Olivia and I were doing. We also ended up getting the board game Cash Flow when she was a little bit older. I think she was a teenager, like a 16, 17, 18. She actually got pretty good at that game and started to understand a balance sheet and an income statement. And she started to make the right moves. So again, playing together, not forcing, right? If you didn't want to play, we didn't. The one thing we did wrong, for sure, is we always showed her the ugly properties. We never showed her the ones that were finished. Don't do that. That leaves scars. Don't do that. Let us show the other side, Dad.
We want to have the kids see the transformation process.
Correct. And we always just moved somebody in and we never got to see that. She thought all houses had bugs and nothing is.
We push really hard on them watching the transformation process because we really teach three things by it. One is anything worth doing takes time. That's the first thing. Second thing is just because something is something one day doesn't mean it has to be that tomorrow.
Love that.
And the third thing is this gives us the opportunity to be able to give back with the skills and abilities that we have to be able to then afford nice units to folks that can't afford to sign the line, which is dotted.
Yeah. Yeah. Transformation, turning slumlord into pride of ownership is a true gift. And watching that evolution is so important. Dion, closing thoughts and where can people find you?
Well, I love the idea of showing your kids what you're doing. I do think there's a chronology to it and the exposure. I like to take a property that's about to be rented out and have a tenant turnover, or I acquired it and then fixed it up. And I send the listing to my kids and I go, hey, here's the rental that's going on the unit. And all of them say, oh, that place looks great. I would totally, especially the last one where I used a lot of Matt's influence on how I finished the trim out and everything.
That's awesome.
Then I go, cool, here's the pictures of what it looked like 2 weeks ago, right? Or 6 months ago or whatever. And so there's a lot more interest when they realize that's the outcome. And I remember you referencing you taking your daughter to them and showing the bad one. And then that's what stayed. I think had you gone and said, here's a finished project.
Yeah.
And then gone and said, well, here's what it used to look like. It might have sparked a bit.
Totally agree. Totally agree. And it was, don't make my error. It was rushed. And it was just bad timing, right? We didn't have any time, didn't want a babysitter. She came with us. We bought, we fixed, we bought, we fixed. Just a disaster. Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom.
And Matthew?
Lumberjack Landlord, YouTube and Instagram. Lots of jail updates coming this week. We've done a lot of work.
I like it.